Vitality says, hello, hope you guys are well. I have a GSite that I was working on and it started to rank. I want to assign a custom domain to it. Domain is brand new and not even indexed in Google. Is there a chance that I might lose the rankings or new domain will simply change the long GURL? Any timing that I need to be aware of? Best regards. You know, I don't know. I've done the domain mapping to GSites in the past. But I don't remember if I monitored, because I've got GSites out there now that have custom domains mapped to them for lead gen stuff that is, that are ranking. And I don't know if it ever, Marco probably has a better idea. I don't know if it did a dance or not. Because what's interesting is both sites will remain indexed. Your custom domain GSite will be indexed, and your your GSite will still be indexed, and it actually canonicalizes to your custom domain. So both of them will remain indexed. Now, typically at least what I've experienced was with the custom domain, that ends up ranking, and the other one still remains indexed, but it doesn't typically rank. Like the Google site itself typically is pushed back further in the search results, but it still remains indexed. And if you do a view page source from the Google site URL, when you're viewing the Google site version of it, you'll see that it's got a canonical pointed to the domain that you mapped to. So it's interesting that they both remain indexed like that, but I've seen that happen over and over again. But I can't remember if there was a lag or a period where it danced. Marco, can you shed any light on that?
I haven't seen any dance period when mapping the branded domain, right? The TLD. And so I don't see any issues with it. I don't know how well it's ranking, but you can always they'll recover. Google respects its own canonical. This is the interesting thing, right? And this is how you know that Google trusts itself. Google is not respecting some canonicals. We've seen this. We tested it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it will respect its own. So when the bot crawls the GSite, it'll see the canonical going up to the new domain, which is your branded domain, and it'll send everything that was previously there to the new domain. This is the great thing about working with Google.
Yeah.
And I've explained this before, that the reason why the GSite stays alive and stays indexed is because that becomes your content management system. If they kill that, then you have no way to work on your content and to see your content, because you do everything on the GSite so that it appears on the canonicalized. It's really weird how they set this up. It's a great thing. I hope they never change it. Google, don't listen. If you're listening to me right now, please don't change anything in GSites. We love your GSites.
Yeah. So there you go. I would say just go ahead and do it, because as Marco's saying, even if it did a significant dance, I've seen them come back. Like, I mean, and I don't even remember if I saw them dance to begin with, but my custom domains, if the GSite was ranking before I mapped a domain to it, then those custom mapped domains are ranking now. And again, I don't remember if they went through a period of dancing or not. Marco is saying that they shouldn't or that they don't. So I would go ahead and do it. And then obviously if you had a catastrophic dance happen, you could always remove the domain map and the GSite should pop back, because again, it's a Google property. So